Alright, let's try this again. This is my third time trying to film this. Hey guys, so today I'm here to do my week 5 check-in with Chelsea. Chelsea lives here on YouTube. And yes, I just also realized that I deleted my footage of my physique update, which sucks because I just ate lunch. So my belly is a lot fuller than it was before that. So that's a thing, so keep that in mind when you watch my physique at the end of this video. But anyways, yes, so let's go over how week 5 went, or last week. The beginning of the week was pretty good, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Once I hit Monday, it was not as great because I was traveling again for work. I was in Boston Monday through Wednesday, and when I'm traveling for work, I don't have my own food and I'm eating out all of my meals. So it's a little harder to make sure I get all of the macros I need to, or not go over certain ones. For example, this time I was able to get all my protein in, and I also concentrated on not going over my fats, because fat is very, very easy to sneak in when you're eating out. So yeah, I got my protein down and my fat down. The only thing that was not great was my carbs. Now, I actually didn't eat enough carbs when I was traveling. I find when I'm traveling, carbs not scare me, but if I'm going to eat carbs, I want them to be somewhat clean. Or if it's not clean, then it's usually alcohol. So it's either one of it's like two extremes. But so when I'm traveling, I want my food, I don't really want to eat too much bread. I'd rather have rice or something like that, but or fruit like bananas and grapes and stuff like that, but those are not as easy to find when you are traveling for a business, and it's just like go, go, go. I didn't have a lot of downtime. If I had more downtime, I probably could find healthier options, but I was with everyone almost the entire time, minus going to sleep. So it was a little difficult. But I am happy that I got my protein and my fats under control for those days. Carbs were just lower, actually a lot lower, even with Chelsea reducing my macros. So this week my macros were, or last week's more so, last week my macros were 185 carb, 120 protein, 40 fat. So my carbs went down quite a bit, but I should not have been eating that low of carbs when I was traveling. I was around is under 100 grams of carbs Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday I was home most of the day, so I got a little better then, but yeah, it was not the best. At least I wasn't overeating, but it's still, sometimes undereating is just as bad as overeating, so there's that. But aside from that, the days I was home where I was able to cook kind of my own food and all that, I was pretty spot on. Which I'm happy with. My weight didn't really change a lot. I have my chart here. So, one second. My average weight for the week ended up being 120.8, 120.83, which is a teensy bit less than last week. Last week it was 120.86. So not much of a change there. Pretty much stayed flat, which is good in a way, because traveling didn't make me gain weight, which also something I noticed was that I was a little bloated. One, because we were outside a lot. We went to the Red Sox game and it was 95 and humid, and we were walking around downtown Boston a lot, so that, along with a lot of sodium, my fingers and my feet were just super bloated and like swollen. So lots of sodium, heat, and not drinking enough water equals bloated and puffy. And who is it? I think it might be Sarah's Day Sassy who calls it a sodium bloat, but definitely still kind of feeling that. Since I've been home, I've definitely been drinking my normal amount of water, so that's been helping, but I still feel a little puffy in some areas. What else? My average fat, according to the scale I have, it was 26.2. Average muscle fat, 51.9. No, that's water. 51.9% water weight, and then 33.5% muscle. So And then my resting heart rate, last week I was really happy, or the week prior, because my resting heart rate went down to 66. That was my average. My lowest was 61, but this past week it went up a little, and my resting heart rate's at 71. Now, resting heart rate is something I actually hone in on a lot and focus on, because my family has a history of high blood pressure, and my grandpa had to have open heart surgery because he had a lot of blockage. So my heart health is probably top priority for me because of my family history, and I know I eat more sodium than you really should. I try to stay around 2,400 or less milligrams, but I just like salt, so that's not good. So that's why I really concentrate on my resting heart rate and my heart health. So that is, I mean, average of 71 is not horrible, but I did like 66 better. 61 at the best. So my average calories in for the week was 1839, which is a little more than I would like, but not too horrible. It's still somewhat of a deficit. And then my average carbs for the week was 175, and that's below the goal. The goal is 185 plus or minus 5, so the lowest it should be at 180, and it was at 175. So there you go. That shows you the few days that I was off really kind of screwed up the whole week. My average protein was right at 120, and my average fat was 41, and the goal is 40 there. So for the most part, that was good. The one thing also that I didn't really like was my fiber intake wasn't that great. It was primarily when I was traveling. I didn't get enough fiber. I noticed that a lot of my fiber comes from my protein smoothies that has like bananas and like spinach and all that in there. And when I don't have those when I'm traveling, I notice my fiber is not that great. So I kind of didn't want to continue eating protein powder just because I don't want to keep supplementing. I want to just stick to wholer foods. But I think, you know, the fiber from the strawberries or the berries and bananas and spinach and stuff like that are still good. So I might continue, you know, after all this and I'm at my goal, I'll probably continue doing smoothies, just not adding too much protein in it, just getting it for the fiber and the fruits and the nutrients and all that. So that's that. As in regards to exercise, I didn't exercise too much, but I was still active. When I was in Boston, I was burning a lot of calories because there's a lot of walking around involved. So one day it said I was active for 35 minutes, and then the other day I was active for like almost an hour from just walking around and all that. So that's good. Got good cardio. Yesterday I did a 15-minute HIIT on the Stairmaster, and then I did a full body circuit training workout, part of Sarah's Day's 8-week active challenge. So that was really good. I was sweating like a beast, and I'm assuming it's a lot from the sodium. The sodium's just trying to get out of my body because it doesn't need all the excess. What else? I think that's pretty much it. My question for Chelsea this week is primarily, you know, when I do notice that I underate on a certain macro or I overate on a certain macro, should I compensate the next day so that my average for the week is back on par? For example, one day I think I only got 81 carbs according to what I put in, and that's 100 grams. Like, that's not even half of what I should have had. I should have had a lot more than that. So, for example, so in that case, then the next day or the next few days, do I bump up my carbs, or do I just keep it, go back to how I should, and, you know, get to 185, make sure I get to 185 or so the next few days? Not sure. Some people say to not really concentrate. I mean, you want to hit those goals every day, but if something messes up, you know, to look at the average for the whole week, because not every day is the same. So, but I don't know. So Chelsea, let me know what you think on that, so I know moving forward. Yeah, I think that's it. So now I'm gonna go change again into the bathing suit and come back and do my physique update, even though this one's probably not gonna be the best because of all the sodium, and I just ate lunch. But it is what it is. So here's the footage, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.